Good morning, guys. If maybe both of you could chime in on this. I know Barry was talking about, how he navigates these stretches where there aren't a lot of games in terms of, giving you guys rest and recovery and also trying to give you the proper practice days. I'm just wondering, how much of your preparation is predicated on what you do on the ice in practice, and how much does video work factor in there, and how much can you get out of that video work as you work towards a game?
I think everyone's got their own process, kind of, whether it's you watch all the games on video or you watch what the team goes over, stuff like that, especially special teams, little things that can help you in your individual game. So I think everyone's got their own process in terms of what they do video wise, and then just the rest and recovery, when we're on the road so much, different hotel room each night, just so many days on the road. So it's nice to be at home, spend time with family when you're outside the rink. And then, we get our practices and rest as much as we can. Go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah, just Scott, as a defenseman, do you maybe pick up some things on video about the opponent that, maybe wouldn't come to you through on ice practice, or are you really more of a doer?
A little bit of both. I think you definitely can pick stuff up, especially the more games you play and the more times you play certain teams. Individual players a little bit better and their tendencies. And then for me, the video comes in handy with the PK, watching other teams' power plays and kind of their tendencies and their plays, whether it's off the draws or just how they set up. So, like I said, I think everyone has their own video routine they go through. And it's different depending on your position, depending on what you like, how you like to learn and what you like to watch. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just Brock Anders was in yesterday talking about what the Parise family means in Minnesota. I was wondering if you could add anything to that, and whether you did or did not look up to JP growing up out there.
Yeah, I didn't know much about him growing up, but I mean, now being around the game, I've learned JP was instrumental in the game. Played in the island for a bit. Had a great career. Played in Minnesota. It's big for the hockey program back there. I think with Shattuck, I think he had a big part in that. I think he coached there. I don't know too much on Shattuck, but and Zach, same thing. So it's a guy that kind of came up. He was in the generation maybe that in the players that I kind of watched and looked up to growing up, that went through North Dakota and then on to the pros. So I think the Parise family means a lot to Minnesota, the game, the Wild, and not only that, and youth hockey. So I think it's nice to have him. And when we go back there, I'm sure it'll be, a special moment for them.
Chris King on the radio.
Yeah, Scotty, you mentioned, how much the video can help you on a penalty kill. And I thought in Nashville, you guys did a terrific job against one of the best in the league. Can you give an example of maybe how that helped you guys be successful?
Yeah, like I said, I think you can just pick up on tendencies, especially face-offs, which way to exit, the best way, wherever the puck is won, just our routes and our reads in terms of getting a puck cleared. And then when they do get set up in the zone, just knowing where their hands are, what shot they have. It depends where the one-timer is, shot tip, stuff like that. So there's a bunch of different options. They definitely had a good power play. They had a lot of scoring threat, and we did a good job. Good.
And Brock, for you, it seemed to me like to be the best power play of the season so far in Nashville. Is that similar for what you guys want to do on the man advantage?
Yeah, special teams is a big part of the game. So we wanted to win that. We did. And if we do that, it's going to give you a better chance to win every night. So power play wants to get, one or two every night, create some momentum, some offense to the team to give us a boost. And if anything, you want to get some really good looks, pressure them and get some momentum out of it. So in Nashville, I thought we did a good job of that and capitalized on a few, and that was huge.
Corey Wright, Islanders.com.
Brock, you talked about Zach's legacy in Minnesota. What was his legacy like at North Dakota?
Yeah, I think equally as big. I think he was, a big time name and player to come through there. And for a bit there, they had a nice little pipeline from Shattuck. So when he went in there, it's a big part of the team, had some good years. I remember watching some of those games, and They had a pretty good run there with a lot of good players that went on and are still playing today in the NHL. So I think he's, well remembered from North Dakota in the community. And we saw a lot of those fans in Nashville that still remembered watching him and how good he was there. So he's got a nice reputation back at school.
Christian Arnold, New York Hockey Now.
Scott, on the defensive end of things over the last couple games, how have you guys felt you've adjusted without Nick Leddy's presence there on the blue line, especially with you? I know you played a lot with him when he was here. How has that adjustment gone? And do you feel like you guys have adequately kind of, filled the gap for the style that he played when he was here?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely when you lose a guy like Leds that played so long and has a very special skill set with the way he can skate. It's hard to fill that role. I think you just change, you kind of flow with it. And I think we've done a good job so far. There's definitely stuff that we need to clean up in the D zone. Cleaner breakouts, just better reads in terms of finding guys and getting the puck up to our forwards. So a guy like Leds you're not going to fill in exactly the way he skates, but I think we've done okay. And we just got to figure out a way to kind of flow through it. Back to Andrew Grossman, is it?
Yeah, guys, I was wondering if you had received any feedback from Anders on yesterday's NHLPA executive board meeting, and maybe what your thoughts are as to what the next steps should be.
Yeah, I was on the call yesterday as well. Obviously it's a very tough situation. It's something that never should have happened. I think everyone can say that. And, the biggest thing with the union is making sure we figure out if it could have been prevented and if there is a hole in the system, what went wrong and what needs to be done. So that was what the call was about. And I think they announced there will be an investigation within the union, and that's about it right now. So it's, like I said, it's just a tough situation, never should have happened. And it's pretty sad.